Hey guys, welcome to my brand new COD mobile channel where I'll be putting out tips and tricks for the competitive scene that Bobby plays and Anjr0o still haven't told you. This video is the first in a series called How to Emotionally Recover from Being Nuked. We're going to go into depth into absolutely every aspect of your gameplay to find out what these players are doing differently so that you can memorize their gamer tag, find them in a ranked lobby, and nuke them back until they quit Call of Duty Mobile for life. So with that, let's get started on tip number 1, slide scoping and jump scoping. So a lot of people don't know that you can actually slide your finger from the slide button or the jump button onto the scope button and execute compound moves just like this. So let me show you what that looks like. We're going to do a slide scope first. So that's a slide scope, and then here's a jump scope. And you'll notice from seeing where my touch is on the screen that I only had to tap once. And this is really helpful because you don't ever have to worry about, for example, doing a scope crouch move, which has gotten me killed a number of times before I knew this trick. So with that out of the way, tip number 2, tap to slide. Now this is super basic, but I want to make sure that everybody has this in their tool belt so that we don't have anybody getting domed in a public lobby. So you need to go down to basic, slide while running, and make sure that you have tap crouch while sprinting. If you have it on hold crouch while sprinting, I'm sorry, but you're just not going to be executing these moves as fast as anybody in the competitive scene. Now with that out of the way, tip number 3 is slide reloading. Now you can actually slide and reload at the same time. I'm going to spin some ammo here just so I can show you what this move is like. So in order to do this move, you just slide and then reload immediately after you've tapped the slide button. So I'll show you what that looks like. So it's super easy there, but you have to make sure that you tap the slide before you reload. Otherwise, you'll end up doing one of these numbers. And then you're just a sitting duck. Okay, so tip number 4 is swap slide. And I call this a swap slide because it's very similar to slide reloading. The only difference is that the order is switched. You have to tap the swap button before you tap the slide. So let me show you what that looks like. So we'll do that one more time. And you can see it's almost instantaneous. You have your other gun out right after you finish your slide. And that's seriously helpful when you're trying to avoid getting domed immediately as you're swapping weapons or you're out of ammo or whatever your case may be. Tip number 5, perfect slide jump timing. Anjr0o made a video about this a while back where he explained what slide jump timing looks like. And basically what you have to do is time your jump at the end of your slide right when your slide loses momentum. And then you get the most out of your slide as well as the most out of your jump. This timing is difficult to get the hang of, and we'll go into depth on all of the things that Anjr0o didn't explain in his videos that have changed over time about the slide jump. But for now, the reason I bring this up is because of a move called the slide jump jump. So if you want to do a slide and then a jump and you get that timing right, you can actually jump as soon as your feet touch the ground after your first jump and get a second jump that equals out to the same distance as your first jump, which is huge and super important if you want to maximize your speed when you're in gunfights. So let me show you what that looks like. That was perfectly timed, so I'll do one more. So you can see how you can almost hear the difference. There, that was a perfect one. So you can see how you get a whole lot more distance versus something like that second jump has a lot less power behind it. And that's going to be super important because essentially all you have to understand is that as soon as your feet touch the ground, you can execute a second move, whether it be a jump or a slide, and get the most bang for your buck there. So I'll show you what a slide jump slide looks like. So as soon as your feet touch the ground, you can do a slide. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because you can combine this with all of the first 4 tips that we learned in this video and use it to your advantage. So for example, if you got a gun that takes a long time to reload, let's spin this ammo real quick. You can do a slide, reload, jump, jump, and get a whole lot of distance, whether you're getting back behind cover or just preparing for your next gunfight. You get a whole lot more maneuverability in that way. So let's say we wanted to do a swap slide. Let's do a swap slide, jump slide. So I'll show you what that looks like. So see that these moves can be added together in really powerful combinations, and we'll be using these for really advanced tips and tricks later on in this series. So that's it, guys. Again, this is just a very basic intro. If you want in-depth secrets that no one else, including some of the best channels out there, have found, then check out my How to Emotionally Recover from Being Nuked training series. You can find a link in the description. Till next time, please stop throwing thermites and start getting good. Peace.